It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop, whoop.
It's Thursday, the 17th,
Thursday, hold on.
October 17th. I knew I was just making it fun. Maybe. It's every day can roll into it next when you're having fun, Scooter.
Here's the funny part, because we've been talking about Halloween stuff.
Yes.
And
We're already wanting next year to come tomorrow.
And the sad part is, like, the 17th, so it's not even Halloween yet.
No.
All right, but our Halloween's over.
It is.
We did the big youth center, the big haunted trail and stuff, and that was our big fiasco. And it's like, you're like, man, Halloween's already over, and now and it's like, that didn't hit technically, but
yes,
in our mind, it has.
It has.
And is it sad that we're already planning for next year?
Maybe a little.
Not even Halloween. We're already got plans for next year.
It's fresh in the mind.
It is.
We're coming off a good scare, and we want to do it again. Of course, you always want to add to it and make it better.
Yes.
So right now we're coming up with those things. So next
we're coming up with some of the things that we changed this year, good or bad.
Yeah.
We added the blackout room, and I think that turned out to be a major hit.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't run the lights along the pathway, which was a downfall.
We needed more lighting.
We needed lighting around the pathways, and there's stuff we learned, know. And I just thought, well, we've got enough stuff going on that we wouldn't need those. But then if you walk through it, it's like, we kind of needed the walkway path. But
we did.
So it's just little things, and then we needed more light, of course, on the front of it where you came up to, because last year we had all these projectors stuff going on, and this year we had other stuff we put inside, so we didn't take the time to do that, and it kind of looked a little weird.
Yeah.
But all in all, success.
It was. Very much so. Ready for next year? When Thanksgiving and Christmas hits, it'll go to the back of the mind until it gets closer.
Now, are you going to go to any haunted houses this year?
Probably. I think maybe that one over in Gassville again.
Yep.
I thought that one was fun.
I thought they did a great job, and they're supposed to be growing it and building it. So that's awesome.
Now, that's Field of Terror, which with the night we went together, they didn't have the field. It was just inside the building, which was fun, but it was cool.
They did a great job.
It was elaborate.
They went all out. They did a great job. I know that they have plans for it to be a lot bigger, probably 10 times what it was.
Dang.
But, it just takes time. They're building a little bit each year. So
that's like us.
Yeah, there you go. Build a little bit each year. But that's, I plan on going. I love haunted houses.
Yeah.
So I plan on going.
Yeah. There was one, I guess 3 hours from Kirsten. She's over in Jonesboro.
Okay.
And she had posted, and she rarely does. It was a negative review of one. It was a corn maze, and they usually have all kinds of people in there ready to scare you. She's gone every year for many, many years, and this time brought some new friends, and it was totally different in that 2 thumbs down.
Really?
They changed the way they did things, and she said that like half of the people that was usually in there in the maze that you're waiting for weren't there. And so
where's
it's like
this one
at?
Do you know?
I don't.
Okay. Because I know there's a couple of them up in Missouri. And I've been to both of them. One of them was massive. I mean, it went into like 13 different buildings and took like an hour or something to get through it.
That one could have been it. I mean, I don't.
And then there's a smaller one that wasn't as entailed. I've been to both of them. I love haunted houses. My wife will tolerate them and go with.
Yeah.
My aunt's the one that you want with you if you're going to a haunted house.
Because
she cannot help herself but to scream. My Aunt Robin, if you're watching this, bless you, but you are the funnest person to ever take in a haunted house.
That's always fun, though. You just kind of hope that you would get the effect, too, that because like we were sending through groups. That way, the group behind them wasn't seeing what's going on in front of them,
And to me, that's important.
Yeah.
I want the full experience. I want to take my time. I don't want to be rushed trying to walk through. I want to take my time, see everything. I like the detail that people put into the rooms and the different things. So,
it was the monster corn maze. It looks like in Missouri. Kabul.
Yeah, Kabul. Okay. I was about to say there's, I think, a couple of them.
Probably. Maybe they're in transition. Huh? Yeah, maybe they're. I think, and that's what it might have been, is that they're in transition. Somebody else is doing it. They've changed things. And it happens. They'll learn. They'll learn like us. They'll learn. It's going to be fine.
There used to be, and I don't know if it's still there. There used to be one in Missouri, or in Branson, Missouri. Yeah. That was year round.
It was years ago that we went to that one, and I think it's the west side, like far west side, not in Branson per se, but west side. Yeah.
We went. Me and my wife went to that, and of course we were like one of the only ones there, and it's like, all right, where's everybody? So we're going through, and we get in this room that's black, and you're kind of going through a maze.
Yeah,
you can't see the walls. You're feeling where you go, and next thing you know, you're hearing this generator running, and you're inside a building, and it really feels like you kind of got offset. So I'm like, did I turn somewhere I wasn't supposed to? And now I'm behind the scenes. I felt like I was behind the scenes, so it kind of makes you a little nervous. So I don't think I'm in the right place here. And then finally we came out, but it was pretty good.
It was good. It was years ago. I don't remember all the things that it had, but it was fun. I remember that I had a good time. Went with my brothers, and
I love Halloween.
Yeah, I love Halloween. Yeah, I don't want to be scared to death. I just like a little bit scared. Kind of like hot sauce.
Bring it on.
Not the fiery. You got to take a drink after every single bite, but just the good spice.
Bring it on.
All right, I'll let you go first then.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it at all. I need to go to one of them haunted motels and stay the night. One of them that. It don't bother me. I mean, I don't get.
Yeah.
I mean, your hair raises up in your skin, but I like the feeling. I like that.
You like the chills?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get?
Ooh. Do you guys feel that? That's awesome.
There's another one, Bakersfield.
Yeah.
I think they still do theirs.
Bakersfield
and
does.
that has grown and changed over time. I haven't been to that one in a few years.
There's a few of them if anybody's looking to go around. There's a few of them.
'Tis the season, baby.
It is.
All right. Shall we start the show?
You bet.
Hospice of the Ozarks. They sponsor the morning prayers. Since 1979, they believe that every individual is unique, special, and worthy of quality end-of-life care. Hospice matters. The end of life deserves as much beauty, care, and respect as the beginning. They're still a non-for-profit 501c3. There's never been a charge to a patient or their families for hospice care, and this commitment remains a part of their mission. We'll pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, 'tis the season for Halloween. Just make sure everybody's safe to all these events that they're going to, and the trick-or-treaters when they're out walking around. I know we're a couple weeks away, but never too soon to pray for them during that time, to have a good time, to be safe, and for people driving down the streets that there's a lot of kids walking around. They don't get frustrated. That's what it's about. It's them having fun. So just take your time, go slow, or go around. Take a different way. But let's watch over everybody. And always watch over the children, the first responders, and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks. You can give them a call at 870-508-1771. Ask them about respite care. If you're taking care of a loved one, sometimes you could use a day or two off, and that's okay. As Scooter always says,
got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others.
Yeah, and it's okay too. Don't worry about feeling bad about that, because if you're not feeling good and you need time to recoup, you're not going to be helpful to that other person. Yep. So, very good. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, the Z-Team, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z-Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z-Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Well, it's actually a whole team that you get when you're buying or selling a home. They're going to take care of you start to finish, make sure every I is dotted and T is crossed. Professionals in the field that they have great reviews. You ought to go read the reviews about, everything they've done for their customers. They make sure and go above and beyond. And you've got a lot of lenders that they have different rules and inspections that need to be done. And if you miss that step, buddy, that domino effect can happen to where you're on hold, and then the person before you's on hold, and the person's after you's on hold. So
it happens very easily.
So you want to give the Z Team a call. Professionals in the field of real estate. 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. Let's take a look at the beautiful White River. Look at the smoke
on the water.
Isn't that beautiful? Where'd it go?
Sorry,
he was teasing. He was teasing. It's so pretty. That's Cotter, Arkansas, the horseshoe bend of the White River. You can go to retiredtoarkansas.net and find this beautiful view. Man, that's majestic this morning. I love this area. I absolutely love living in the Ozarks. If you're thinking about moving here, give the Z Team a call, 870-405-0793. Look at that beautiful White River. If you've never been on the White River, hire you a guide, take you out fishing. You'll have the best time of your life. They know the honey spots. Yeah, however you want to say it. They're going to find you some trout to catch, and you're going to have a ball. And then, one day maybe you'll just go out on your own, get a kayak, start up at the dam and come down to the Rainbow Bridge. I mean, it's a good drive, so you're going to want to, the shuttling might take a little time, but an amazing trip. I've done it before with my brother. We've gone from the dam all the way down to the Rainbow Bridge in kayaks, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. You can find this beautiful view at retiredtoarkansas.net, where you can also find the Z Team listings, their MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. But yeah, you roll over in the morning, want to know what it's like outside? There you go. Find this beautiful
there's
view.
a little frost on the football field.
It is.
Or the baseball field.
They warned us it was going to be frosty.
Yeah.
It was.
They were 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock or something like that. They were expecting. It was 32 degrees when I left the house.
Yep. It was foretold. They actually got it right this time. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. Let's take a look at the weather, brought to you by the Z Team. In Mountain Home, it's 35, Harrison 35, Batesville 34, Yellville at 28, Marshall at 28, Salem at 32, Mountain View at 28, Calico Rock at 35, West Plains, Missouri at 32, Springfield at 38, Poplar Bluff at 34, and St. Louis at 32. Look at that National Weather Radar in the Pacific Northwest, buddy. Is that snow? Do you think that's snow?
I'd say you got a little bit coming down, but that's a long ways from us, and it can stay up there.
Yeah. Somebody was predicting that we would get heavy snowfall on Halloween. A friend, at work, and his wife was looking at something and said,
"What do you know, friend at work?"
We were due. We were due for an early monster storm. I remember, some years back, we did have snow on Halloween one time.
I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm not predicting it.
We don't want it. So, Arkansas and Missouri look like they're in the clear. Let's zoom on in here and straighten it a little bit. There we go. So, no activity. It looks like throughout the day it's going to have some sunshine. We do have frost advisory in the morning here. Let's go ahead and click on the watches and warnings. There you go. See all that? Frost advisories across the state, all the way south. And look, I love our magical line. Missouri and Arkansas. I don't know of any other place that's really like it. And maybe Kentucky and Tennessee. But look at the lines. They follow the lines. I love the weather and our imaginary lines. They go together. That's amazing. 7-day forecast now until 8 a.m. Frost advisory. Today we've got areas of frost and sunny, high of 65. Tonight it's going to be clear and low of 38. Friday we've got sunny and high of 69. Friday night mostly clear and low of 41. Saturday sunny, high of 71. And Saturday night clear and low of 40. Sunday sunny, high of 72. Sunday night mostly clear, low of 43.
Slowly climbing back up.
Yeah, buddy. And Monday, sunny with a high near 74. And Monday night, a 20% chance of showers, partly cloudy with a low around 53.
Yep, slow climb up.
Slow climb. Pollen count today, tree pollen is none, grass is none, and ragweed is low. Norfolk Lake water levels at 552.40. Level is 0.40 feet above full pool. And as of yesterday, they were generating 0. They had shut them down. Bull Shoals Lake water levels at 650.97. Level is 8.03 feet below full pool. And as of yesterday, they were generating 1. Previously, they were generating 3.
And then before that, they had 6 and 2 going on.
Yep. And that is a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. And with that, we'll take a break. Come back with community news, brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This part of community news is brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Located at 4423 Highway 62 West here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. You can't miss them. I see orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands. They stretch from one end to the other, and it's deep. And implements back in the back, service, parts.
Yeah, you're not going to pass by without seeing them.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Impossible. Every time.
They got every size tractor you can imagine. Go out and kind of test drive some different kinds. You got the New Holland and you got Kubota.
Yeah.
And see what fits you.
Great deals galore, 0% for 84 months, 0 down with approved credit. You can't find 0%. My daddy always said if you can use somebody else's money for free, that's when you do it. Because you can,
My daddy always said.
My daddy always said, now, come on. Go out and see him at Ozarks Farm and Lawn.
Ozark Farm and Lawn.
Give him a call, 870-425-3434. Go to ozarksfarmandlawn.com.
Ozark Farm and Lawn.
In community news, Halloween Scary and Hairy Fest. We got a dog costume contest and a zombie run 5K at ASU Mountain Home. That'll be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday, October 20th. Now, the dog costume contest is a $20 donation, and the price for the race is $35. You can call 870-321-4949 for more information. And that's going to be
Keep in mind, the dogs can't be in the run.
No dogs in the run. Please, if you bring your dog for the costume contest, have somebody with you to hold on to your pup while you go on the run. Isn't that right?
There you go.
There you go. And we have the 5th annual Ultimate Cruisers Halloween Parade and Trunk or Treat, October 26th, 5:30 p.m. for the parade and 6:30 for the trunk or treat. The trunk or treat will be at ASU Mountain Home. And, of course, everybody knows where you line up. Baxter Health to Guy Berry for the parade. Music by DJ Peace, food trucks, kettle corn, and shaved ice at the trunk or treat. So that's going to be a roaring good time.
A roaring
good time. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, yeah. We had ASU Mountain Home here the other day. We had Christy Kern on Tuesday. And they have that exhibit on the walking trail. And you can vote on that. Here, we'll show that.
Here we go.
We'll show Dale Rogers here. And he has the walking trail exhibit. Look at that. 15 of them. There's some pictures of them. Best to go on the art walk. But if you want to vote on it afterwards, you can go to Arkansas State University's website, Mountain Home, asumh.edu/mh-art-walk/, and right here, vote for your favorite sculpture. There you go.
You didn't vote for yours yet?
I did.
Even without seeing all of them?
Because I know. Well, okay, Scooter, I went through the pictures. I implore you to go on the walk and see them in person. But I did because the wise old owl is just cool as all get out. And you can vote for 3 of them, it says. Here, we'll go back up here at the top. And select 3 of your favorite sculptures from the Dale Rogers exhibit. And these are cool. These are so cool. And they're big. The pictures don't give it justice. Because when you walk up to this owl, right there, this thing is huge. So, very cool. So go by there, check it out. It's going to be fun. And the Shed at ASU Mountain Home is having their concert series. Let's see, it's scrolling on me. It's scrolling on me, so I'm going to get this one while you let that sit there and scroll. Arrival from Sweden, the music of ABBA, November 3rd. That start time is at 7 p.m. Adults is $45 and students $22.50 plus fees. And December 14th, we have a Grand Old Christmas presented by the Coulter Holiday Endowment. That'll be December 14th, start time 2 p.m. Adults $40, students $20 plus fees. And then further along will be March 11th, Forever Young, April 10th, Susie Bogus, and May 15th, Michael Cavanaugh. But the next 2 are in November and December, so that'll be fun.
It stopped scrolling.
It stopped?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, that's okay. So, get you some tickets, go watch his show, have you a good time.
It's well worth it.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
It was just playing with our emotions. Very good. All right, and we have election time. I know, Scooter, I know.
It's coming. I'm ready to get it done.
Early voting begins October 21st at the First United Methodist Church, and general elections on November 5th. Election will be held polling locations will be held at Baxter County Training Center, Big Flat City Hall, Eastside Baptist Church, First United Methodist Church, Henderson Fire Station, Lakeview Civic Center, Lone Rock Baptist Church, Norfolk Baptist Church, Northeast Lakeside Fire Station, Salesville City Hall, and the Good Shepherd Methodist Church. So early vote or vote on the day of. I usually vote on the day of, gonna early vote this time.
Always early vote.
I'm gonna get it out of the way.
I'll probably go Monday or Tuesday.
Very good. And we have the Mountain Homes Lions Club annual auction, November 11th through 14th, right here on XL7-TV.
Yep.
You can do that. It's so fun. I've bought stuff every year. It's fun to bid against people.
I buy stuff every year, but they keep making people bid me up. So,
well, what I like is because I'll be over where Scooter's sitting, helping out.
Yep.
And they don't know over here you got the auctioneers, and I'm sitting there bidding, and they have no idea it's me because I use a pseudonym. I don't put my name, so. And they're like, oh, and they'll be like, oh, he bid again, or she, or who, and I'm like, hee, it's me. So anyway, but November 11th through the 14th, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. nightly, over 500 items generously donated from local businesses. You can watch here on XL7-TV. It'll be on Cox, Next, Optimum, Over the Air, Ritter, Yelcott. You can listen on KTLO and streaming live nightly on Facebook's Mountain Home Lions Facebook. So if you want to donate to it, call 870-425-2266 or go to the lionsclubauction.com. Good stuff right there.
It's a lot of fun. It really is.
Yep. And with that, that's community news brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn.
What?
Yep.
Already?
Yep. Yeah, we better. It's 7:26.
Yeah, we are. What do we got? 7:27, 48. Is that what the time is?
It's 7:26:17.
Okay, we got to go.
We got to go. We're gonna play AJFC. It happens.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
There is a delight in the hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets, which it must turn over to the next generation increased and not impaired in value. Conservation means development as much as it does protection. Theodore Roosevelt. In the early 1900s, President Roosevelt held a White House conference on conservation. As concerns about natural resources and wildlife grew, Americans were spreading west, replacing vast forests with cities, cropland, and pastures. Arkansas was changing, especially the wildlife. Elk, bison, and swan were completely gone from the state. Ducks, quail, and fish were harder to come by. Something had to be done. In 1915, Act 124 was signed into law, and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was born.
In 1916, Arkansas's first game wardens were hired for $80 a month, and they had to provide their own horses. Times have changed, and so have our tools, but the call to protect our state's wildlife and natural resources never will. I take a lot of pride in knowing we're all carrying on the legacy of those original 9 wardens.
In 1918, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act was passed. Unregulated hunting had caused populations of many bird species to decline sharply, and market hunting posed a similar threat to North America's waterfowl. The act set federal regulations on the hunting of migratory birds. And nearly 100 years later, that means plenty of ducks for us today.
During the 1920s, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission took steps to increase the deer population in our state. As late as the 40s, the deer population remained bleak in Arkansas. Hunting was closed in several counties. But progress was being made, and with the help of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, record harvests have become the norm with each deer season. One of the state's oldest and most successful fish hatcheries was dug by hand and by mule right here in 1928. As director of the Game and Fish Commission's Fisheries Division for many years, some of Joe Hogan's innovative principles for raising fish in ponds and transporting them across the state are still practiced today.
In 1937, the Pittman-Robertson Act provided federal assistance for projects to restore, enhance, and manage wildlife resources. Arkansas has used millions of dollars over the years for habitat projects just like this one.
In 1945, Amendment 35 became effective, making the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission an independent state agency. This gave the commission much needed stability and ushered in the way we still do business today.
This place is legendary among duck hunters. Thanks to the foresight of game and fish managers and commissioners nearly 70 years ago, this place is now known as one of the best places in the world to hunt mallards and flooded green timber. Alameda is one of the greatest places for the public to come hunt, and we're very fortunate to have it.
Thanks to the Dingell-Johnson Act signed in 1950, when you make purchases like this, you're actually giving back to fishing in our state.
In 1951, this beautiful place was completed. It's been stealing the hearts of fishermen for generations.
At the request of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, NBC came to film a live duck hunt in 1956. And more than 250,000 ducks filled the air in front of the cameras on that day, and outdoorsmen have been flocking to our state ever since. 7 years later, I produced the first of many long-running fishing shows shot here in Arkansas.
How about that? Been a pretty solid guy. Appreciate your help. Yes, sir.
Now, technology has really changed, but the thrill of filming the great outdoors never will.
We were known as the bear state long before we were known as the natural state, but black bears were almost hunted completely out of the state of Arkansas. Today we have over 5,000 bears in the state, thanks to the reintroduction effort in the 1950s and 60s. This reintroduction effort is recognized as the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history, and we're very proud of that.
In 1971, hunter education classes began in the state of Arkansas. First and foremost, the Arkansas Game and Fish wants to make sure every hunt ends safely. It is something that has given me peace of mind and helped me to enjoy our hunting even more.
Can you imagine this beautiful spot being underwater? That's what would have happened had dams been put in place in the late 1960s. In part, thanks to the Arkansas Game and Fish, this became America's first national river, the Buffalo National River. Hundreds of thousands of people come to the Buffalo National River every year.
elk once roamed Arkansas far and wide before the settlers transformed the landscape. Against the odds, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission brought the elk back beginning in 1981. By 1998, the herd had grown large enough for a limited hunt. I got this one in 2004.
We're known for our miles of trails, wild game, and breathtaking views. When the 1/8 cent conservation sales tax passed in 1996, it gave the Game and Fish Commission much-needed funds to keep creating the habitats and improving the quality of wildlife our state reveres so much. It's nice to know that everyone in the state has a hand in helping nature.
I started my boat company right here in Arkansas. And in 2001, Game and Fish made boating safer for everyone by instituting boating education courses.
In 2001, the first of 4 Arkansas Game and Fish Nature Centers opened in Pine Bluff. Part classroom, part museum, part playground. These nature centers offer visitors walking trails, exhibits, and hands-on fun.
My love of fishing started long before we founded the Ranger Boat Company. In 2012, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission resolved the minimum flow issue with the assistance of a lot of people. Now, trout have the habitat and conditions below Bull Shoals Dam to grow and thrive, and will benefit generations to come.
More than 100 years later, it is our mission to continue to carry out the legacy President Roosevelt once spoke about. Cherish these natural wonders. Cherish the natural resources. Cherish the history and romance as a sacred heritage for your children and your children's children.
This is our Arkansas.
My Arkansas.
My state.
This is my outdoors.
My weekend.
My life.
This is my everything.
This is my calling.
This is my legacy.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
You make the deer woods great.
You make the fishing great.
You make my state great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
Thank you for protecting our most valuable resource for 100 years.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville, voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day, or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday, 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Few people have a lukewarm reaction to the sight of a black bear. The most typical response is probably fear, followed closely by a sense of wonder. For some, black bears are a symbol of wilderness. For Myron Means, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission's black bear biologist, bears elicit respect and admiration.
Their physiology, the lifestyle that they've evolved into, a feast and a fast lifestyle, you know, being able to go without food for 4 to 5 months at a time, have a gestation period, give birth, wean cubs. They're a truly remarkable animal.
The story of Arkansas's black bears almost ended tragically, but now it's literally a textbook example of wildlife management at its finest.
It was thought at the time of pre-settlement that Arkansas had maybe as many as 50,000 black bears in the state, and we were unofficially nicknamed the Bear State. Through the time of settlement, 1700s and 1800s, bears were market hunted for their fat, and they were almost hunted to extinction in the state. And by the late 1920s, the General Assembly of Arkansas actually made it illegal to bear hunt, to kill a bear in the state, but by that time it was almost too late.
As few as 3 or 4 dozen bears persisted in southeast Arkansas, in the bottomlands where the White and Arkansas rivers meet the Mississippi. But in 1958, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission embarked on a plan to bring back black bears.
They brought 254 bears in from Minnesota and Manitoba, Canada, and they released them at sites in the Ozarks and Ouachita mountain ranges.
Arkansas Game and Fish released bears over a 10-year period. Historical upland forest had been cut down, but their rebirth gave rise to rich wildlife habitat.
That population flourished under those conditions, and it was so successful that by 1980, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was able to reopen bear season in the state.
Bears are back, a natural part of the landscape, as they were before our forefathers set foot here. Today, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission regulates bear hunting and keeps close tabs on the natural state's bears.
Population's thriving. We estimate that we have 4,000 to 5,000 bears in the state.
Black bears inhabit the Ozarks and Ouachitas, as well as the lower White River area.
Those 3 populations, we kind of treat them as distinct populations. There's not a lot of immigration and emigration back and forth into those populations from one another.
Bear season takes place in the fall in Arkansas and is controlled by various regulations and a quota system. The season has a set length, but also closes if hunters check a certain number of bears. Over the past 5 years, hunters have taken an average of 422 bears per season in the natural state. Considering there were less than a few dozen bears here just 90 years ago, it's one of wildlife management's most incredible success stories.
No other natural resource agency has ever reintroduced a large carnivore as successful as Arkansas Game and Fish Commission has. It's considered the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history, not just Arkansas or the United States, but around the world.
To maintain that success, Myron Means and the Game and Fish Commission's bear team constantly monitor the state's bears. And while harvest numbers are instructive, they only tell part of the story.
Total length is 55. it's really critical for us in monitoring our bear population to kind of have an idea of how many bears are coming into the system, as well as how many bears are going out of the system that are harvested during the bear season. Well, the way we monitor how many bears are coming into the system is to have a good distribution of collared females across bear range. Of those collared females, we'll go in every year and do cub counts if they're in a cub cycle, or yearling counts if they have yearlings with them, because the cubs will stay with them for actually 2 den cycles. So by doing that, we're able to monitor reproduction effort and survival effort of those cubs up until the time they're a year old.
Radio-collared female bears are tracked to their winter dens. Bears with cubs then get a visit from the Game and Fish Commission, giving us a deeper view into the black bear's world and the work that ensures a robust Arkansas bear population.
We're going to go quite a ways further down, but I just want to tell everybody from here on down we probably need to be as quiet as possible. She's just right down below the hill here, but we still have probably another 75 yards. This is a female, black, no chest blaze, and she is 5 1/4 pounds.
Keeping track of Arkansas's black bears requires an understanding of the number of bears leaving the population as a result of regulated hunting, but it also requires insight into how many bears are entering the population.
Arkansas's bear population is really good and really healthy, but it's not like we have 20,000 black bears in the state. We only have 4,000 to 5,000 bears in the state. So it's not like you see bears all the time. So unless you go in and put your hands on females with cubs, and unless you have good data from year to year to year, you really don't have any idea of what's going on with reproductive rates of our bear population.
Game and fish biologists have attached radio tracking collars to dozens of female bears across the state. That representative sample allows wildlife managers to track birth rates and cub survival and make informed management decisions. But first, you have to get to the bear den. Reaching a bear den in the Ozark National Forest isn't the easiest task.
The experienced mothers like to have their cubs in very remote, hard to access areas. Typically they're going to den down in deep ravines and stuff like that, and a lot of times they're pretty hard to access.
With the bear den just 20 yards away, biologists Myron Means and Matt Melson quietly prepared the drugs they'll use to sedate a bear that, contrary to popular belief, is not actually hibernating.
A lot of people think bears are true hibernators, and they're not. They can go through periods of kind of a deeper sleep, but they can also arouse immediately. Even though it's really cold and all that stuff, when we do these den surveys, those females, when we go in, they can hear us coming, it wakes them up, and they're always aware of what we're doing. Some of them are more aware than others. Okay, here we go. She has at least 2 cubs. You can hear 2 different cubs feeding. We just started her, and it'll generally take 10 to 15 minutes for the drug to take effect. Boy, I'm glad I got her in the neck. God, she's huge.
you're an adrenaline junkie, that's a pretty good rush. Especially when she raises her head up and looks at you 3 feet away. See how her eyes are twitching, jumping. She wouldn't pass the field sobriety test right now.
15 to 20 minutes later, it's safe to begin the den survey. The first step is taking care of Mama Bear.
That drug dries out their eyes. They can still blink a little, but they don't have anything to lubricate their eyes.
Adhesive bandages keep dust and debris out of her eyes and also aid in calming the female while the rest of the den work progresses. The main focus of this research is the cubs, which give wildlife managers a window into the reproductive success of the state's bears.
Black, no chest blaze.
Biologists record identifying characteristics such as color and other markings. They weigh the cubs and take a series of measurements, including body length, chest circumference, and foot size. By plugging the measurements into a formula, wildlife managers can better estimate a cub's age and determine its developmental progress compared to known averages. Over time, the information gathered from these remote bear dens allows biologists to track trends in the bear population and adjust regulations as needed.
You know, if you impact the population too heavily on bears, instead of rebounding in a year or two like maybe a deer population would in an area or something like that, you're talking about a population that may take a decade to rebound.
Because bears have relatively low reproductive rates compared to other Arkansas mammals, annual den surveys provide vital information. Case in point, there was a significant decline in black bear reproduction for 2 years after an unusually late freeze in the spring of 2007.
You know, we had the Easter freeze in 2007, which decimated the soft mass and the hard mass crop for that year. All the fruits and berries in the summer that bears eat, all the acorns and nuts in the fall that bears eat, all that stuff was wiped out. That's why we monitor these bears every year. We were able to make adjustments to our harvest strategies statewide to offset such a high harvest rate and to allow our reproductive rate to come back up to where it needed to be, so we didn't have drops in the population overall. It's kind of the checks and balances.
On average, Arkansas's black bears give birth to 2 cubs every other year.
And the gestation period is only about 65 days for a bear, which is extremely short.
Cubs are born in January, weighing a ½ pound or less. They gain about a pound a week until they emerge from the den with their mother in April. The black bear's den cycle is another natural marvel.
Once she enters that den cycle in mid-November, she will not eat, she will not drink, she will not urinate, she will not defecate.
Bears can recycle intestinal nutrients during the denning process. They also can convert nitrogen from urea into amino acids that aid in muscle development.
And they can actually come out of a den cycle, lose 25% of their body weight, which is all fat, and still have more muscle mass, 5 months, 4 months later when they come out of a den cycle with cubs.
Before this den survey ends, the adult female will get a thorough examination. This bear received new ear tags that identify her as part of the Game and Fish Commission's bear research.
I'll face it the opposite direction in case we can see her with binoculars. We'll have it coming pointing in both directions.
The bear cubs go back into the den with a mother bear who's showing signs of waking from her slumber.
Yeah, she's moving real well already.
Black bears are one of the natural state's most dynamic and fascinating animals. And thanks